Our next panel discussion explores a new skill-based learning model connecting students to real-world projects and mentorship. Allow me to welcome at first Mr. Abdul Matheen Yousuf, the CEO of Project U, and Dr. David Akdemir, the Executive Director of EduLink. I also welcome Dr. Mariam Ali Alghawi, the Director of Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum Center. And I also welcome Hesham Metwalli, the Director of Accelerator and Special Programs at Sharjah's Education Academy. And last, I welcome Mr. Mohamed Gawish, CEO, Founder, and CEO of iSchool. Give them a big round of applause, please.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our panel discussion. Such an inspirational start for the day with amazing students, big vision for the next 50 years. I would love to be there, Abdul Matheen, inshallah. Okay, so these are like, things that the education sector is definitely looking for right now. Innovative models in education, disruption, and looking for always the future. So let's start with Dr. Mariam in your role as a director in an organization that is leading on giftedness and innovation. Everyone will be interested to know, like, the learners, let's look at the learners in this model. Are they going to be any different? What are the learner qualities for these innovative, disruptive models?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. And thank you, Dr. Hesham. It's a very interesting question. As you know, we are not equipping our students or our learners with exam-ready skills or knowledge. We are equipping them with skills that they will need it for their future. So some of the qualities could be entrepreneurial mindset, for example, creativity, being creative and leading the future. Technological fluency as well is one of the qualities. We need them to know how to use technology, how to deal with IT, AI, and different matters. We also need them to have the quality of solving real life of problems. For example, as the example we had this morning. So they need to solve the problems for the future, the future challenge or the real challenge. We also need them to be positive learners, or they have a social responsibility, so they can contribute to the community. Most important, they need to be long life learners. They need to learn, or we want them to learn, unlearn, and relearn again continuously. Those are some of the qualities we need to see in our future learners.
Thank you, Dr. Mariam. And that seems like a lot of things that we are expecting from our learners and aspiring actually to see them. And I think the next logical question will be to Dr. David about the role of educators and policymakers in making this as a reality. How do you see these qualities happening, and what is the role of the educators and the policymakers ensuring we actually, as a system, we develop these qualities in our learners?
Thank you for the great question, Dr. So educators have a big role in changing the ceremony. So we had a great opening ceremony yesterday, and the keynote speeches were about AI. So the main point I received from yesterday was, so the knowledge will be provided by AI. So we got this part done. So what it is important now for students to be able to be equipped with hands-on experiential skills that are going to lead them to their careers, right? So as educators, we are supposed to look further and plan for the future. That means like designing the curriculum, designing the programs based on real-life solutions, real-life experiences, and making sure what we provide, as Mr. Matheen's presentation previously, what our schools provide are aligned with the industry facts and requirements. So for example, in our schools in USA, Harmony Public Schools, We provide industry-based certifications in high school years. So there are like career technical courses students can choose from different fields, and that leads to industry-based certifications. So during high school years, they are able to receive those certifications, put it in their bags, and use them in their college years and after college years, and they get those skills in their secondary school years. So that's very important for educators to do. For policymakers perspective, I would say it is very important to enable schools and companies to work together, to collaborate, to create those fostering environments where students get exposed to these real life experiences. So in terms of policymakers, again, that's the very important thing to make sure it's a continuous process, long-term process, sustainability. So providing some incentives for companies who are supporting education, who are providing those students real life experiences would be a great idea.
Thank you so much, Dr. David. Mohamed Gawish, being yourself as a co-founder of an innovative model, so definitely there is a lot of there to share from your side on innovations. What kind of innovations are required to move forward with that model?
Yes, first of all, thanks to Dr. Hesham for this introduction. It's a pleasure to have you. Assalamu alaikum. To talk more about iSchool and give you more context, Alhamdulillah, iSchool is an online coding platform for students from 6 to 18 years old to learn and create career in tech through live gamified classes. And we have been doing this for more than 6 years. Alhamdulillah, we have more than 130K graduates from our programs that have been taught in more than 6 million hours of coding. And those students wrote with their hands more than 30 million lines of codes. So our philosophy of learning and how we are teaching these students, it's all about the long-term journey to prepare students to this era of AI, accelerating, automation, data science, all this kind of stuff. We have to prepare students to learn this kind of cognitive thinking, problem solving, and AI. And to live this kind of future, they have to be part of shaping this future. That's why in iSchool, we are teaching students the latest technology trends, but it's not a pre-recorded courses. It's not something that student just watch. It's something that student can make. So our philosophy and teaching methods, it's a long-term journey. Most of the people think about AI, it's very complex, it's very hard, and it have to be taught like an week programs or camps programs. No, we believe that AI and computer science as a subject, it should be taught for the students from grade 1 to grade 12. It's like maths, it's like Arabic, it's like any other subjects that have been taught for the students. So this is actually our philosophy and how we are teaching students.
Thanks so much, Mohamed. Mr. Abdul Matheen, very inspirational start in the morning and very powerful. And I see a lot of positive energy there. You're not actually trying to clash with the existing model. You're actually working to enhance that model. So you give us some insights into how you design these projects and these innovations to actually work in tandem with to enhance, to support the existing models.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the most interesting aspects of that is if you really want change for the masses, we have 1.2 million students in the UAE by 2030. You have to create a program that really supports the existing infrastructure that's already there, right? And so the program was designed to go in parallel to what curriculum is actually teaching. And over the years, we've also realized how you have to adapt that to different curriculums, whether it be the Ministry of Education curriculum, the Indian curriculum, the Australian curriculum, or what have you. And that is the path of least resistance. We have to move forward. We cannot wait for 3, 4, 5 years of bureaucracy or major investments to shift perspective so that young people today can get the impact. We need a model that is quick to deploy and also makes the most amount of impact with the least effort and intervention possible. And I think what's also interesting is we have so many young people who are might be good at presenting ideas now and who might be good at answering a test paper, but we need more and more young people that can actually do projects and can actually deliver. And the more we get them through the cycles every term throughout their middle school and high school journey of delivering projects with companies, the hope is you'll get far more productivity out of them, whether it's at work or outside of work, in their years ahead.
Thanks so much, Abdul Mateen. And actually, building on your answer, I will give my next question, Dr. Mariam. Because when you start proposing new models and disruptions and innovations, there are a lot of doubts usually. People question it, is it really what we need? Is it going to work? This is typical. And as entrepreneurs, definitely we need to believe in our service, we need to believe in our services, products. So the first question we ask ourselves is, what is the value added? So from your experience, what is the value added that we can propose to the community for these innovative models?
Thank you, Dr. Hesham. This is a very critical question, as it is in the core of why we are rethinking education now. So the added values could be, for example, bridging the gap between schools and education, or between education and workforce or employment, because we are equipping our students with future skills for jobs that might not be there now. It's not created yet. So bridging the gap between education and workforce or employment is one point. The other point is reimagining schools as an innovative hub. So schools not anymore just a place where students goes and study and come back. It's an innovative hub. Also, we can think of the added value is equity and inclusive, because schools or education systems, schools are open for everyone. Equity and inclusivity is one point or added point. Another point is a valuable industry partnership between education, schools, community, industry, technological partners as well. This is very important to make the model success or an added value for the model.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mariam. And I believe the next question will be to Dr. David, building on what Dr. Mariam explained. What's in it for me? Everyone will be asking, as a parent, as a policymaker, as a teacher. So how can we convince people? What do you think actually what's in it for them?
Yes, that's a great question, Dr. Hashim. Thank you. So I would say it's a win-win situation for everyone. So students get equipped with the skills they need in their future careers. Companies are able to shape the skills of their future employees. So it's a very win-win situation. There is no loser in this game. So again, for our students to be successful in their careers, they now need a lot of new skills. Those skills, if they are taught in schools, elementary, secondary schools, they will be ready for their college, they will be ready for their career. So it's a win situation for students and parents. And for companies, definitely, they are looking for those young talents, and they usually spend several years with these new talent to train them. So they will be doing that training in their high school years, middle school years. So that will lead them to save time and produce more efficient work.
Thanks so much. Last question, Abdul Mateen will sum up the future scenarios in 1 minute for the next 50 years.
I love what Dr. Mariam had said. I genuinely believe that schools have to become more than just academic learning. It becomes almost like a hub of all these different stakeholders and assets from around the community coming together. We had a workshop at the summit on day 0 where we had over 60 people designing the school of 2071, 100 years from when the UAE was founded. And a lot of these ideas were about using banks or using libraries or using sports societies and using them within the school environment. and really making them community hubs in the year of the community would be an incredible vision, perhaps.
Thanks so much, everyone. Thank you for our audience as well, and wishing you a lovely day ahead. Thank you.